just to tank down and just to bring down a single hero. But I think one of the ideas here for the side of Blacklist International is they want to give a better matchup, hopefully, para dito kayo Hoeb. Kasi in terms of Roger na nakalagay sa gold game, when you put it in a marksman form, parang medyo egol ka sa early game. But with the Ruby, I feel like you can have a fair shot at it, right?
Yeah, I mean, meron ka namang early aggression coming out from Blacklist International. I'm just concerned na baka i-flex kasi ng Falcons AP Bren yung Hylos to XP and then pick up a Tigreal. And Tigreal just shuts down yung joy aspect ng game dito ng Blacklist International. But I do like the respect though. Tinanggal pa rin ng Falcons AP Bren dito yung Angela dahil alam naman natin gaano kadaya ang Angela Joy combo. Literal na pag pumasok yan, hihintay mo na talaga mamatay yung kakampi mo. Tapos he's gonna be able to dash out. But then again, may flex factor pa rin naman yung Falcons AP Bren. Blacklist, they removed the Natan. Alam lang nila na medyo mahina mag-defend yung lineup ng Blacklist International. They have to look for engages, they have to look for team fights. But when the zone comes out from the Promise and the Hylos, paano mo nga naman dedepensahan yung Bruno na ang nasa gold lane mo ay Ruby? I feel like it's still the best option as of the moment na ilagay yung Ruby sa gold lane. Snowball dito ng Falcons AP Bren.
I mean, okay. We finished now with Dilar using the stumps, the entirety of the lineup. Yung kabuuan ngayon ng lineup ang natapos para sa dalawang kupunan na ito.
The very beefy lineup for each other. A big challenge for MP the King to actually make the joy work this time around.
Yeah, I would say Blacklist International, they have to have a good foundation of executing the early game.
There's only one way to find out kung sino mananalo sa game number 1. It's FCAP versus Black. Casters, it's go time.
Falcons AP Bren going head-to-head against the third iteration of Blacklist International's lineup. Once again, my name is Ian. Together with me is Naisu. And we are heading in to the land of Dawn and looking at the lineups, Naisu, so far. You've been mentioning this a while ago.
Yep.
That this is the same concept Falcons AP Bren is doing up against Blacklist International.
Yeah, yesterday they had a similar concept with the lineup here. And that is noted. It's Ogwin on the Hylos again, Stame revitalized, and then Few having this, Faramis available to him. And I know the panelists already mentioned this. Midnight pointed out the Purifies here are going to be very difficult for Blacklist International to deal with. And I think you put it well too. Hang on. This is the third version of Blacklist International that we're seeing here. And, that's what a lot of teams do when they have 10-man rosters. Let's take a look at the emblems, though.
Yeah, similar to what happened to Falcons AP Bren during Season 8, Season 10. They also had the 10-man lineup.
It's so funny because, even coming to this matchup, we're like, the Filipino sniper is back.
Yes.
And then he's on a hero that just doesn't even have a gun.
Doesn't even have a gun. So basically, he's just the Filipino.
He's a Filipino scythe right now. Glorious Pathway going to be laid down. Delar. There's the penalty zone, too, on the backside against Exort. Taking a couple shots from the hammer from Flap Teasy. First blood in the hands of Few already. And they're still going to chase him down. Exort gets hit. He's dead. He's gone. Couple hits to the hammer as Flap picks up another kill and stands there menacingly looking at Haji. Feeling like he wants some more here. And they're going to be able to get the objective, put some pressure even on the buff. Maybe the King. Oh, Implosion! 2 members right there for the pickings. And even with the objective taken, MP the King, Blacklist International ends up getting 2 kills.
They said it in the panel. It's really going to be a hard setup coming in from the Tigreal.
Yeah, that's the task at hand here. Delar too on the Thamus, kind of the front line. Haji, look at this, already brought to half health. They're going to jump in, force the fight. Glorious Pathway drop down. Huge penalty zone, though. Going to force them back a little bit further and chasing them down on the pathway. They'll get frozen a little bit further, but Kyle Teasy on the hunt, jumps in with a Lycan Pounce. We'll be able to find one. Haji falls, and they run to the Tier 2 turret. They're going to get sandwiched in, though, as Few still looking for MP. Picks them up with the Ghost Bursters. And that's tough. Objective also secured. FCAP.
Actually, but implosion play coming in from Haji.
Haji again, going to get cut off with the Glorious Pathway. Delar pops his own vengeance, jumps back in on the backside. Doesn't have enough tankiness to withstand the firepower from FCAP. And that's just going to be a lost objective again to Blacklist International. They won't be able to deal with FCAP. Now 3 for 3 in the Turtles.
So far, wait, Kaltizi. Use this retribution to slow down Haji. Are they going to pick him up?
Penalty zone again from Flap Teasy, even though he gets frozen. Bridget Glacier dropped down, still putting the pressure on Oheb. MP the King, does he give the call to actually initiate on this? Goes in a little bit from the backside, though. Takes a ton of damage. Tries to run away. That last hit won't be able to get him, but again, the Netherrealm keeps them healthy, keeps them together. FCAP just heavily favored right now in every department.
And now they're going to force a push onto the middle lane despite the members of Blacklist trying to defend.
So we can freeze them. But look at the penalty zone again from FlapTZ. They're going to force the fight no matter what. Blacklist on the run. Delar will get taken out. Super Marco still on the hunt alongside Kyle TZ. But they're happy with one. They know the Lord is up. We'll see FCAP go ahead and turn the focus.
Blacklist, it's going to be hard for them to contest for this Lord, so I think they're just going to give it up. And looking at the lineup of Blacklist, you'd expect them to dominate the early game. That's why they picked up this Ruby, as well as the Thams.
And that's got to be on Haji. You get a multiple member freeze down with Exort, and then you hope from there. Holy Shields are going to be popped. Lord's going to be worked on here in the mid lane. Still MP the King's going to join the fight. Pops electrifying beast. Is going to force the fight here into the base. Glorious Pathway comes down again. There's the Nether Realm we're talking about. But Haji has to flicker out just to save himself from getting hit down by Super Marco.
And I think FCAP's not yet done. They have minions onto the middle lane as well as the bottom lane. They're trying to get inhibitor turrets. The Delar trying to answer back, but
Oheb gonna jump in. I'm offended, but he's gotta walk back to the turret. They're not gonna give him a chance. He takes a couple shots as Oheb does get a kill, but Oheb's gone out of the picture. And they still deal with it. It's gonna be a 1-for-2 trade.
And again, minion waves in the middle lane. Glorious Pathway already casted as they take down an inhibitor turret. And this is what's hard for Blacklist. They're bursting, they're giving a lot of ultimates to one person, yet they can't take Ogwen down.
Oh, do they look for it? FlapTZ has the penalty zone. 2 turrets in the base down, though, that they have to make work. And it works better in their base, not around the Lord here. So it'd be better if they actually just give this up, even though they're trying to get some vision. Lord's already going to be secured, though, and they might get forced to fight. They always have to be conscious of that Glorious Pathway.
So far, I think it's really going to be hard defense as the Lord marches in the middle lane.
Well,
who's going to set up first? It's going to be FCAP, but the Glorious Pathway will be casted.
Going to be dropped down. Oheb goes in with the pull. They try to collapse down on Super Marco. Super Marco finally going to get taken down. Frigid Glacier going to be dropped. There's the implosion we were talking about. But do they have enough damage to follow up? They don't, as the base is worked on. And FCAP will take game number 1.
With the same concept from yesterday's matchup, Falcons AP bren executed this lineup once again to perfection as they take a Game 1 lead over the 3rd iteration of Blacklist International.